Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about Kite versus Feitan and why it's clear who is stronger. Both of these amazing characters are on that high level Nen League and opponents you wouldn't want to face in combat. So we have two characters from different worlds. One is an experienced hunter and the other one is an experienced criminal. Let's compare the feats of Kite first, and I promise I will be fair in my assessment regardless of the fact that Kite is my favorite character in the show. First off, Kite's Nen affinity is conjuration while Feitan's transmutation. However, Kite learned the basics and in-depth aspects of Nen from the legendary user Jing Freaks. Not only Kite is a terrific hunter, he also managed to complete the most difficult mission, and that is finding and locating Jing Freaks, who supposedly can use a very advanced form of Zetsu, making it impossible to find his tracks. Kite is extremely skilled at using Nen. Not only that, his ability is incredibly frightening, his aura is intense on that high level, and this is supported by the fact that when he came face to face with Ramot, the Chimera Ant, Gon and Killua fought, the moment Kite turned on his aura, Ramot could immediately feel a strong presence. Even if Ramot was using Nen, Kite would have killed him in extremely low difficulty. Kite also fought Yunju, and he could feel the immense aura power when Kite gets serious and is about to get into action. He finished off a squadron leader like Yunju in low difficulty without even trying. Even though this isn't shown in the manga, in the anime we saw Kite outclass Yunju in every aspect: speed, tactics, power, and ultimately he killed Yunju with one bullet by his carbine weapon. Feitan is also skilled at using Nen, and his ability Pain Packer and Rising Sun are certainly remarkable and very dangerous. However, Feitan's most dangerous feat is his speed. He is insanely fast, so fast that even Zazan couldn't keep track of him. And we have to keep in mind, Feitan was rusty and hadn't fought in a while. He is also extremely skilled at using a sword in combat, and to be fair, Kite might be as well, because in the beginning when he saved Gon, he was using a sword. However, I am inclined to believe that in actual Nen skill and proficiency, Kite is way ahead of Feitan. Both of them can use the advanced applications of Nen like Ko, Shu and Ryu, no doubt about it. But if we talk about N, a technique that is so advanced that drains a lot of aura the more you use it, and Kite is able to use it at a radius of 45 meters, and he can extend more depending on his mental and physical state, suggesting that Kite's aura reserve is quite high. So this is a highly advanced technique by which you extend your Ren, and with the aura you can feel the movement of anything that it touches. It's so difficult to use that Nobunaga, a Phantom Troop member who is strong, can't extend his aura more than 4 meters while using N, and Feitan in the manga can't even use it at all, and this is supported by the fact that he counts on Finks to use his N, while Finks also admits he isn't very good at it and gets distracted easily. A legendary user like Zeno can extend his N to 300 meters radius, while Kite kept using N all night up until the point he encountered Pito. And Killua stated in the anime that Kite is stronger than even a Nen master, because a Nen master can keep up to 50 meters, while Kite not only kept it at 45 plus meters, he was continuously using it all night long. We have to keep in mind, Phantom Troop members who are A-class bounty criminals were struggling with Officer Chimera Ants, while Kite with one swing of the Scythe Silent Watts ability exterminated tens of Chimera Ants in an instant, while also almost cutting down the entire forest. Feitan was not at his best while fighting Zazan, and he could be even faster in combat, but only Kaluto couldn't follow his movement. The others could do so easily, suggesting that Kite might actually keep up with Feitan even though he is a bit faster. Feitan is certainly a beast, no doubt about it, and while fighting he kept on improving and getting faster, attacking from different angles in impressive speed and power. He has also incredible endurance. He took many shots from Zazan and still was able to fight up until the point he decided to activate Pain Packer and release the Rising Sun. However, I am of the opinion that Kite can definitely kill Zazan with Nen in in low difficulty, and I support this argument that he fought the monstrous royal guard Pito all night with only one arm and managed to make an impression on her such that Pito wanted to fight him again. Also, Kite's weapons are one-shot proof. His kite is extremely lethal and deadly. His carbine weapon shoots with immense power and accuracy. If we are talking in pure combat strength, Kite is stronger than Feitan, and this is supported by the fact that Gon states that Knuckle is on the same level of Kite in pure physical strength, and you better believe that Knuckle is certainly strong. I'm not saying Feitan isn't strong physically, it's that Kite certainly has more aura and can keep up with Feitan's punches and kicks. The only thing I'm certain of is that Feitan is a bit faster than Kite and very well can land hits on him and be a danger with the sword maneuvers. Feitan displayed remarkable sword skills by blocking Zazan's attacks quite masterfully, and he was ferocious in attacking repeatedly non-stop. If Kite was able to at least block some of Pito's attacks and keep up with her movements, I believe he can do so against Feitan as well. Kite is at the incredibly high Nen proficiency. With his Hatsu crazy slots, he has displayed at least 3 different weapons, but we know he has 9 of them, so 6, which may even be more dangerous in close combat, weren't even shown. However, we can say the same about Feitan. Aside from Rising Sun, he has different variations of his Hatsu Paint Packer. Let's go with what we know and let's predict an outcome for this one-on-one fight. Let's say Feitan is actually so fast and Kite is actually struggling to keep up with his ferocious attacks, so Kite activates crazy slots and gets a carbine. He tries to shoot Feitan multiple times, but he is so fast that he dodges it in an instant. That doesn't mean the battle is over. Feitan might go in and attack with a sword, but Kite can manage to block or evade most of his attacks and actually try to keep a distance. If Kite does manage to land multiple punches and hit Feitan, that works on Feitan's favor as he does need to gain damage in order to activate Paint Packer. However, even if Feitan does activate his Hatsu, what if Kite is able to somehow feel the danger and actually retreat? We have to remember Feitan fought Zazan in a closed environment. If the battle took place somewhere else, Zazan might have escaped if she was smart. Kite is definitely intelligent and very cautious in battle. He is also very good at strategizing. He also has tremendous experience in actual combat. I believe personally even more than Feitan himself. This is a man who has earned the respect of Jing freaks. I'm not saying Kite can beat Feitan as in a walk in the park. If Kite does roll a kite, we know how deadly and what range it has. I don't believe Feitan can even block that silent Waltz attack no matter what he does. In fact, he doesn't have any actual weapon to block it. He certainly can't with a mere sword. Feitan's only win condition is to actually get dealt damage he can withstand and activate his Paint Packer ability. In a drawn out battle, Kite can keep up and not get too tired as he certainly has more aura capacity than Feitan. He is stronger physically and he might even be equal to Feitan if he decides to use a sword. Kite's skill in using different weapons is quite high and his intelligence and combat experience make him really difficult to deal with. Feitan can win of course, but only if he has a trickier variation of his Hatsu rather than Rising Sun. Kite goes for the kill and he is swift and decisive, brutal in his attacks. I believe a character that was hyped up so much since the very first chapter of Hunter x Hunter, as he was the first character to be introduced, a person who fought even a royal guard like Pito and did well, you could say. He can certainly beat Feitan 6 to 7 times out of 10. Feitan is also very deadly. He's extremely fast and swings the sword with precision and killer intent, but that doesn't mean Kite wouldn't keep track of him and he wouldn't be strategizing on the spot on how to deal with him. Speed isn't everything. Cheeto was fast, but he could be dealt with. Both Kite and Feitan are somewhat relative in speed, but Kite is more versatile. His crazy slots can produce many weapons of incredible danger and power. Feitan only has variations of Hatsu that are based on damage, or at least that's what it's implied. Both of them have high endurance. Kite was able to fight while losing an arm and bleeding, while Feitan is used to getting punched and getting dealt damage. All in all, a death battle, Kite can definitely definitely win, as he is quite intelligent, he has tremendous experience, his proficiency in Nen is at a high level, and if Kite was evil and a criminal, he wouldn't be A class like Feitan but S class like Razor. All in all, I favor Kite as a winner, and leave your comments down below. I want to hear what do you think, what are your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe. Let's reach 1000 subs, and check out my Hunter x Hunter related content, and I'll see you in the next video.